Yo, mic check 1 2 1 2. Yo, mic check.
2.
Effing around podcast. It's been a minute, but we back at it. Kodak. Boy J Cruz. Yeah.
Man.
Let's hop straight into it. Breaking news, man. We gotta talk about this Trump attempted assassination.
Yeah, with my conspiracy theorist ass. So, I try to. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it, dog. Like I'm on the fence. So me being, I can see where it is a real thing, but then I can identify with the conspiracy theorists on, the shot looked kind of fake. It seemed like the blood was kind of, it seemed like some bad acting. That's what it did, but whatever.
Here's my issue with it being fake. An actual person died. A father
and 2 other people were
injured. So that right there to me takes me out of this whole it's fake thing. Like I can't like an actual person. Like, so what are you saying? They faked that person's death? Like I just feel like here we go with this conspiracy just going too far.
Well, I'm not going to. Well, I mean, so there's a such thing as false flag things. It is things that have happened that we say, well, it happened, and then we kind of find out it's something different. As far as like the little guy that was shot, I was reading some shit where no, I actually wasn't reading some shit. I actually saved it to my pictures. And I'll put it up once we, But the little guy was says Trump shooter Thomas Matthew Crooks is and was an actor and appeared in a BlackRock ad. BlackRock is an American multinational investment company. It's the world's largest asset manager with US $10 trillion in assets under management as of December 31st, 2023. So, like, and you with those false flag shits, you have crisis actors. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. It's just, I can entertain both. I can entertain that it was real, that somebody is really trying to get him out of here. I think when people get political, people go to the extremes. January 6th was an extreme on the Republican side, on the conservative side. So, people say, well, that was planned and they let them in and, they let them do that and all that. So I can identify with both of them, man. I don't trust neither side. How about that?
Yeah, no, I understand the untrustworthiness of both parties and politicians and all that. I just, again, like even today on the radio show, Didi in the Morning, we were talking about it. We discussed it. We even had, man, I can't remember his name, a black,
like journalist?
Yeah, I can't remember his name though. The short guy with the. God, I'm trying. That's what I've been trying to look on my phone real quick all day today. I feel I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm gonna get it here in a second.
It's pretty normal.
I'm gonna text. Shut up. I'm gonna text Breeze, our producer, so he can give me the name. Did we? Hold on. Who did we interview today? So yeah, again. The fact alone that the CIA, Secret Service, whoever it is, needs to be fired. This man was 300 to 500 feet away on a rooftop.
Bro, and so but people they have video camera. Like people were saying, oh, look at this guy like, come on, bro. Like this what makes me think.
That's crazy.
How do you get that close to a former president, a polarizing figure is Donald Trump. Somebody that's inflammatory, somebody that's like that. How do you get that close without the Secret Service, the local? They shut down everything when those people come in town, bro. And as big as that was, you got people pointing, saying, he's climbing a building. And nobody, bro, I remember I went to a game. And I went to the Texas Longhorn OU game, and George Bush's daughters were there. And bro, it was snipers everywhere. Like everywhere. Like
for them, on their behalf.
Them.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it kind of, You know what I'm saying? I don't see them making that kind of mistake.
And I heard that a lot of people thought he was just like a fan who was going up on the roof to get a better view of Trump or whatever.
With
So
the rifle. Can't hide a rifle, brother.
Okay, so legally, it's in Pennsylvania, right? So what I heard also is like you could carry your rifle on you, and it's not illegal.
Right. So I'm gonna look at a guy climbing a building with a rifle, and it's legal. So
and I'll be like, oh yeah, he's all right, he's good,
yeah,
he's good,
right,
he's good. So we interviewed Roland Martin today.
Roland Martin,
yeah. So we interviewed him. So I got a chance to ask him what he thought about this conspiracies, and he said he called BS. He was like, it's all BS on all the conspiracies, right? And you know, Roland's pretty active. He has an opinion, strong opinion. Sometimes I agree, sometimes I disagree, but he called BS. He says all these speculations on the shooter. They're saying he used to be a Democrat back in the day. He recently became a Republican. You know, Democrats are trying to tie him in and call him a Republican. But I did hear that he had a NRA pro-guns t-shirt on. He borrowed the gun from his dad, who bought it like, I don't know, 6 months ago, bought ammo that day. So, you know, I asked Roland Martin, I was like, hey, what do you think? I was like, straight up, you know, a lot of conspiracies, a lot of speculation. How do you feel? He said, BS, don't fall for none of that. It wasn't staged. It wasn't this, it wasn't that. It was actual shooting and assassination. It was real. We were also arguing.
That's pretty credible coming from, well, I'm not going to say credible.
I mean, he's...
what word am I looking for? That's pretty big of him because he's a Democrat.
That's what I'm saying. Right. He's a very well-known political analyst, you know, commentator.
Very left, and he's very...
Now, wait a minute. There's times where Roland isn't very left. He has, I want to say, there's times where you hear him, he's not a bandwagon guy. He will go against the grain if he doesn't believe what the Democrats are saying. I've heard him have opinions that weren't very democratic at times.
So when I solve for a problem, I solve for the majority. I don't solve for the minority. Times things happen. The majority of the time, he's very, very left. He has a very left-leaning way of thinking. That's
he's a black man in America too.
Right. I'm just saying.
Right. I feel what you're
saying. You have really far right people that sometimes Sean Hannity, very far right. Sometimes he criticizes his party. Sometimes he criticizes Trump.
I feel what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? But for the most part, for him to say that being very left, that's pretty big, like to me. You know what I mean? So that kind of humanizes him in a way to say, you know, because that's low-hanging fruit when you're talking about, you know, Trump and you know, he could have said, well,
I think conspiracies are low-hanging fruit too. It's easy to make everything a conspiracy because other than it's just a crazy dude. And my thing is this: if this kid is a Republican, why is he trying to take out Trump? It don't make no sense. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make any sense.
So my logic, I can use that logic against you. If he's a Republican, why is he trying to take out Trump? Why is it even a thing? Why do they even bring that up? Because why would a Republican try to take out Trump? So would even further me saying it's you know what I'm saying, that it was
staged.
I can't take out the possibility. I don't believe. I'm just not in belief of this. I don't have high hopes in our media, period.
I just think you're giving them too much credit to pull off this fake assassination. I heard another argument was that he wasn't the actual shooter. There was somebody there. He was like the guinea pig. Kind of like they've done
about John F. Kennedy's.
Exactly, right?
So you know, like it's not far. The biggest trick. So one of the things I always stuck in my mind is the biggest trick the devil did was convince you that he didn't exist. So when you have stuff like that, to me, it just seems, you know, you can entertain it. You can entertain it.
You can, because anything is possible.
Because it keeps you on your toes.
Absolutely.
It keeps you on your toes. You can't be sure of anything.
Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible.
Right?
No.
But I just...
And then the acting was like, it just seemed like horrible acting, bro. Like when I see the clip over and over again, it was like...
Yo, Trump is a trip, though. This boy, literally, you could hear them before they take him off stage. He's like, no, wait a minute. He goes, because here's my thing, right? Let's say, I'm saying it was a real attempted assassination.
Of course.
He survives it. And in that moment, the fact that he knows he survived it, he's like, oh, I gotta capitalize on this moment.
Capitalize.
They tried to kill me.
Definitely an opportunity.
It didn't work. I got a graze. I don't know if it was from the bullet or the glass, because they're saying the teleprompter. It could have been, the cut that he had, the little bit of blood. There's some people are saying it was a graze from the bullet.
The blood that they put on him when he was down on the ground.
People are saying they put the blood on him.
Right, when they had him down on the ground.
They're like, hold on. Beep, 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 beep. Now get up and show him you're unstoppable.
It just seems so scripted, dog. It did, dog. If you got shot or attempt on your life, you're not finna think about all that. Man, fuck this. Get me the fuck out of here. Somebody's trying to kill me. I just got almost, if it's 2 inches to the right, I'm dead.
I'm dead. They're saying the fact that some people are saying because when he turned his head, that's what saved his life, him turning his head, because the bullet went past him or whatever.
And the guy was supposed to be military, supposed to have been put out,
but he didn't finish, right? Yeah, he didn't finish.
Yeah, he was a bad shot. That's why he didn't get his marksman.
But then they're saying he went to shooting
but he was bad
camp or something.
Right, and he was bad at it. So he didn't get his.
Well, that's why he missed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I look. Either way, I'm like, this one thing I can straddle the fence on, because I'm not totally invested either way. You know?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Of course, I don't want anybody to lose their life, and
for sure.
Condolences to the guy,
the father. That's terrible.
That lost the fireman. Was he a fireman or something like that?
I don't know if he was a fireman. He might have been.
I think he was a fireman.
I know he was a father.
Yeah, right. So condolences to his family, for their loss. I don't want to see anybody lose their life, but
man, you saw people out there too, people that you can see the people out there, they were literally, as the shot's going off, they're shooting it with their cameras. I'm like, yo, people are crazy. And now this guy, I mean, if anything, this helps him in a way, because now he's I'm a survivor. And I think he did say that now they're saying that more black people are going to support him because he survived this. Because they were saying the black community can relate to this. And I'm like, it's not just the black community.
Okay, it's a stereotypes, and sometimes stereotypes are true, but it's a stereotype. But he's a felon.
And he's a gun violence.
He got shot. That's what they saying. He got shot. So he's a felon.
And then
next thing is, he just shouldn't put out a mixtape. Fuck.
He's a martyr. Oh yeah, and he's had rappers coming out support him left and right.
Oh yeah.
He's going out of his way. Everyone, a ton. Some guys that I've never heard of, or whatever city he shows up, he gets some rappers to come on stage and yo, we're for Trump. Excuse me. We argue about it on air a lot, because I like to point out the fact that he does have a lot of black support. Now, everybody in the room, Dee, Trey, JJ, nobody's a fan. I'm not necessarily a fan, but I try to speak facts, or at least what I see. And he has a lot of black support. You might say, now Roland Martin did say it's the dumb community that supports him. And I was like, all right, whatever. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion,
Very left. That's
I get it.
Yeah.
Do you think he's racist?
I don't. No.
I think he's an elitist.
I think he's an elitist.
For sure. I think he only respects money and power.
Why wouldn't he grow up with money and power? He's childish. He's all that. But bro,
he's a troll.
I'm not looking for a father. I'm not looking for a role model. He don't have to be a role model. I don't care what he says. I don't care. I just care about, I know in the time of Trump, the best time I've had in providing for my family was that time. Even though it was a pandemic, even though it was all that was the best time, honestly. Saved the most money, that I had the most money. That's what it was. And I'm not talking about a stimulus check. I'm not talking about.
You're not talking about the check. A lot of rappers, Sexy Red. He gave us checks.
That's the dumb community. I can say that's the dumb community, bro. I'm not talking about no fucking check. I'm talking about me working, me seeing raises in the middle of, I had pandemic. 2 or 3 raises, bro. Even before the pandemic, I had 2 or 3 raises working for the city. You know what I'm saying? So the gas, I saved the most money in that time. So that's all I can go by. That's all I care about. I care about feeding my family. I don't care about what he's saying. I don't care. Man, look, if you can make this country good enough for me to make money to feed my family, I don't care about. I don't need a dad.
Do you think that's a very selfish point of
I
view.
don't need that. I'm saying I don't need. I think that's the part of that we looking for these people to be moral. None of them are.
Morally, they're
none
like
of them are morally. None. Joe Biden, like, come on, bro. He eulogized Klan members. He said he don't want his kids going to school in the jungle. He was fucked up at one point too. So I think that two old white men that's gonna have. If you got any old white men 70 plus, guaranteed they're going to have some kind of racist something, because that was the time. They're gonna have some kind of racist something.
They're from that era, yeah.
And when you
ain't looking, not racist prejudice for sure.
Whether it's closeted or whether it's out in the open, they have something in their background that's racist. I'd rather someone be upfront racist with me instead of smile in my face and then have racist policies that fuck me in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the gentrification and opportunity zones and stuff like that, I have personal family members that's taking advantage of that. That probably would have never taken advantage of it if it wasn't introduced. Prison reform, I don't care if it's a rapper, I don't care if it's whoever, a nonviolent drug offense. If you can if you put a policy up that's something that's hurt the black community in so many ways, why would I be mad at that? I don't care what you're saying. I have a mother. My rest in peace to my father. I don't need a father. I need somebody that's gonna put money in my pocket so I can fund college, so I can send my son.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's what I need,
day.
Man. I don't need a father. I don't. It might be selfish. So.
I mean, a lot of people feel like you feel, and that's why I argue in the room sometimes, and I tread lightly because I'm the only like mixed person in the room. So I'd be like, well, the black community. They'd be like, what do you know about the black community? I'd be like, yo, chill. I'm Dominican,
that's
right?
That's how we vote, bro. That's how we vote on emotion. Like, we vote on slavery and prejudice and all that. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't need anybody to be morally correct up there. I don't think any of them are. So I'm not going to need you to be morally correct. I need economics. Building general wealth is how you keep your family afloat. I grew up in a struggle. I don't want my kids growing up in no struggle. I'm eating mayonnaise sandwiches. I'm staying in the projects.
He needs to stop pretending like he's super religious, though, bro. He needs to stop
now
all
that.
He
can't stop because it's just it comes off his face.
Yeah, 3 divorces. Like, please stop that whole. You love the Bible and you're super. Evangelicals love him, and now there's people
to grab him by the pussy is
that's who Trump is, bro. Like, don't play with me. You're the same guy in the rap videos talking about women and shit. And now, like, you got this whole community saying that God's protecting him, and now saved his life, and he's a martyr, and all that.
It's dumb people on both sides. It's a dumb section.
There's people, just dumb people.
It's a dumb sector of Republicans. It's a dumb sector of. But I think what we get fucked up is that we let them make us think they're really on two different sides. I remember hearing a saying that said, left wing, right wing, same dirty bird.
Same bird. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it makes a lot of sense.
Their kids go to the same schools. They attend the same parties and same festivities. Like, they live in the same world. Yes, they go to work and argue with each other, but outside of work, they all live in the same world, right?
Yeah, on a smaller scale, man. When I went to court for a gun case, long time. And I went to court, and my hired lawyer, and the prosecutor who's trying to get me years.
We're friends.
That he's trying to give me years. He's arguing against, my lawyer's arguing against him that I'm not a bad guy. Yes, he is. My mom's on the stand and she's like, he's been such a good kid. He had straight A's in school and he went to college and da-da-da-da-da. And then here comes the prosecutor, slams the gun down on the counter. Well, did you know that your son was riding around with this big, it's like, so I'm trying to make me look so bad. We go to recess. Me and my mom go to a little cafe downtown. In the back corner of the cafe is my lawyer and the prosecutor
Having lunch. How's that new Mercedes you bought?
Right. Maybe we can milk him. In my mind, it's like maybe we can milk him for some more money. I mean, how much is he willing to pay you and me to get? In my mind, when I saw that, it kind of was an eye opener to say, I don't, question. Not only read it, question what you read. So that's my thing about the conspiracy thing. Like, I don't. Then you hold up. 3 months ago, I saw a video of a guy predicting.
We played the clip of the preacher predicting that this was going to happen.
The same way, though.
The bullet going past him and grazing him the whole nine.
In the ear.
We played the audio, yo.
It was detailed, bro.
It was. We played the audio. There's a video of that woman standing behind him that you can see. She starts ducking, kind of like before the shooting even starts.
Okay. So you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Who knows, bro? I just, again, was it stage? Was it actors? That part, I'm going to say no to that because, again, an actual person died,
crazy. Right? That's crazy. I guess that is the side.
That's the reality piece of it where it sends me over like, okay, I'm done with that. Now, was he hired? Is he a guinea pig? That's another discussion, right? But was the shooting actually fake? No, because a human being died. So that part to me makes it real.
Of course. But you can also have casualties of war.
Yeah. You could say, hey, it could have been a mistake. They planned something else, but that's what ended up happening because nothing, whatever. I don't know. I know the CIA people need to get fired. I know that I feel like this is only going to help his cause. People saying
he's
that
only going to get more popular right now.
People,
especially simple-minded black people who just those things we just stated, the convicted felon.
And not just black people. He's telling you, the people in general. He's God's. He's God's. He's set by God. Like he's protected. He's protected. Yeah.
This is crazy. Sent by
God. My God, it's crazy. Like he's protected. He has an angel protecting him. So. It's a sad situation.
Most definitely.
They did make an attempt on his life. Who started it? Who set it up? I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation. We don't have a lot of details on the shooter, his background, motive, all that stuff. But let me wrap this up by asking you this. I've said this on there. I feel like Biden should step down. Anybody else should come up. And I'm not saying that because I don't like Biden per se. I'm saying that because I just feel like he's too old. The man, to me, is like, yo, go enjoy the rest of your life, cuz. What do you want to run for another 4 years? You might be okay next 6 months, but in a year or two from now, I just don't see you being that, what's the word, cohesive, or what's the word? Coherent to be able to, and I get it, presidents they don't make all the decisions anyway and all that other stuff, but I'm just saying, like, yo, bow out gracefully and go enjoy the rest of your life. Let some other person step up and try to go up against Trump, because the way it's looking, Trump's gonna win anyway. I'm not saying he is. Biden still has a shot, but I just don't feel like if somebody takes Biden's place, is it really gonna change the outcome that much? I just don't. I don't think so. I feel like
in my opinion, he will win. In my opinion, Biden is like literally out of there. When you have someone have to help you off the stage, bro. Retirement age is 65. You're almost double that.
Yeah.
I try to get my mom is still working, and forgive me, Mom. She runs into everything. Her car has dings and dents because she runs into everything, bro. And I was just,
I'd be scared. I'd be scared when my mom drive. I'd be like,
I'm scared, bro.
You know, a couple of years ago, my mom
just had an accident. My mom just had an accident not too long ago where she tore her car up. She got a new car, but she tore her car up by herself. My mom. Nobody else involved in the accident but her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's time to stop.
A couple of years ago, she drove over a medium and drove her car into the side of somebody's house.
See what I'm saying?
She made the news in Miami, and luckily, where the couch, the living room is where she like plowed through the wall. He usually sleeps on that couch, and he said that night he decided to not sleep on the couch and sleep in his bedroom, and it saved his life because my mom lost control of her car.
Bro, someone called us on my mom's phone and was like,
Yo, your
You know,
mom.
she had an accident, so I'm worried to death. So I'm like, my point is that he's well past that age. People are having to help him off stage. People are having, and then
He's shaking hands with nobody, with thin hair. Like he be like, that shit's crazy. Like, come on, cuz. Like, I'm not saying I'm for Trump. I'm not saying I'm for Biden. I'm just saying that just as looking at a human being, I'm just like, it just doesn't seem like this should be your job. Like right now, it just doesn't seem like it's not a good idea.
Just seems more coherent.
He does.
By far. Yeah, he fuck up names. He'll call somebody. I ain't called him calling somebody else's name. So they have that in common. That just comes with old age.
And I also think
my grandmother used to do. Hey, she used to forget our name all the time.
I forget my kids' names.
Gene. No one's name in here is Gene. Who is Gene, Grandma? You know.
And I also think there should be an age limit on politicians.
Of course, I think it should be an age limit. I think it should be just like it's a term limit on presidents. It should be a term limit on everyone. Like everyone needs to be in all the lobbying and all. That's how we got this big government that's dirty. It's a big dirty pool that I think everybody's trying to line. Everybody's trying to line their pockets. They don't care. Don't even know us.
Let's wrap it up. Because we got into politics today, but let's wrap it up.
Right.
Are you going to vote for Trump?
I'm leaning. I'm way more leaning to voting for Trump than I am for.
As a black man, you ain't nervous to say that?
No. I don't care about nobody what they think about my politics. I know what
I can't wait to put this clip online, son.
I can't wait either. And I want all haters.
You're gonna get all the smoke.
Give me all the smoke. For the reasons I stated, they're valid to me, and that's all.
And you know what I'll say? If somebody wants to come on the podcast and tell Kodak, because I personally think I'm a vote Democrat for sure. If somebody wants to come on the show and explain to Kodak, explain to Kodak why this is the wrong decision to vote for Trump. You're welcome to hit us up on social media. J Cruz on there. That's JKRUZ.
To deaf ears.
Kodak. But let's have him on the show, though. Let's have him on the show. Right. Or the other side. Let's have somebody on the show. Specifically, I want black people who support Trump. We'll have them both on the show. If you want to be on the show and convince Kodak he's making the wrong decision, or convince me that I'm making the wrong decision, you are invited to come on. We'll have a good, peaceful discussion.
I invite all smoke. All smoke. Yeah.
All right. All right, we're going to wrap this up for today's segment of Effing Around Podcast. I'm Jay Cruz.
I'm Kodak 3D. Hit us both up on social media at J Cruz on air, at Kodak 3D.
Follow our YouTube.
Effing Around Podcast, EFFAROUND Podcast.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we promise it.
Subscribe. That shit is free. It's free. Like and subscribe. It's free.
Absolutely.
Then I always have a pot to piss. And though the odds were stacked against me, I jumped off the porch too quick.